don't understand why he keeps doing that, but we're back with the last video of the night. I would talk about both NBA and March Madness, but March Madness is the most, relevant basketball thing going on right now. So I figured, I watch it anyway, but I figured I'd really hone in, watch the games all day pretty much as I can. Obviously I had class from 2 to 3:15. I had to go to lunch. I had to do all that type of stuff. I had intramural stuff. Tomorrow I'm going to be free pretty much all day, except from like 11 to 11:50 and 12:30 to 1:50. I have more class. I have homework and stuff, but I'm going to work on homework while watching the games. So that'll be fun. I'm going to be watching March Madness all day tomorrow. I missed a couple of games in the late window, I will say, but by the way, we're not going to talk about every game. That would take an eternity. We're only going to talk about the close games. So, pretty much not a single number 1 seed game will be in this video. We're going to start the day with West Virginia and Maryland. It was the first game, and we actually have a girl that's, transferring that one here. So that was interesting. They were watching the game. I thought that was kind of cool. They didn't win the game, which was good for me at the time, but I don't care about my picks anymore, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. My bracket is absolutely busted. Maryland survives at March Madness. They beat West Virginia by 2. In a game that began before lunchtime, Maryland sleepwalked the first 10 minutes of its NCAA tournament opener. And, yeah, potential game winner missed by Kedrian Johnson, but no doubt Kedrian Johnson played a very good basketball game. He had 27 points. He shot 50% from 3. Kedrian Johnson, he was a star, and if he would have won this game, this was a guy that we would be watching moving forward. That's a guy to watch. Very good team effort for the Maryland Terrapins. Reese, Scott, Young, and Hart. I don't really know any college players. I'm just kind of recapping what happened in the games. So, yeah, good win there for Maryland. Not really an upset, but a lot of people said that West Virginia was a tough team. And I said, hey, look at Maryland. Don't sleep on Maryland. They won the game. Furman and Georgia. My picks were garbage. My bracket sucked. But I am happy to say that I predicted this game. I predicted it. I knew it. I saw a lot of people buzzing about it on social media going into this game. Furman's a good upset team. Obviously VCU's playing tomorrow. That's going to be something to watch. But, man, J.P. Pegs, he splashed a game-winning 3. Virginia with one of the worst turnovers I've seen in recent March Madness history, honestly. J.P. Pegs, shout out to him. He has one of the biggest shots in recent March Madness history as well. Crazy ending. Yeah. We can look at the box score. We can see who was getting buckets. Slauson with 19 points and 10 rebounds. He shot 60% from the field. J.P. Pegs had a good game. Foster, Bothwell. Again, I'm just going to address them by their last names because I'm not really that familiar with them. Looking at the Virginia Cavs, 15 and 13 at stat line for Shedrick. Clark, Dunn, Murray, those guys didn't play that well. If you want to look at the West Virginia game, who could have done a little better, Bell didn't score, Okonkwo didn't score. Let's see, what was the next good game? San Diego State and Charleston. A couple people picked the upset for this game, but I was like, no. San Diego State is going to the Sweet 16. I am still sticking to that. This was a close game, but it's not like Charleston's a garbage school. San Diego State tops Charleston by 6 in the NCAA tourney. Matt Bradley's last NCAA tournament game essentially ended with him bobbling the ball out of bounds. A costly turnover against Creighton in an overtime loss last year. A lot of costly turnovers. A lot of Matt Bradley almost lost the game off a turnover, so things got a little scary there between Charleston and San Diego State, but the boys got it done. You look at the Charleston Cougars, Bolin, he would have been the next. I can't remember what's Doug Edert. He would have been the next Doug Edert of this tournament if they would have won this game. The dude had 10 points. He shot 40% from 3. You get 12 points out of Brzovic. You get 11 points out of Larson. Smith and a lot of their bench definitely struggled in that one, but it's Charleston. This game was expected. It's nice to see them put up a fight anyway. Yeah, Bradley, he's keeping his final tournament run going with a 17-point performance, so that is good. Princeton, Arizona, man, oh man, what the hell is Arizona doing? Oh my goodness. I mean, going into this tournament, I thought they were going Final Four. I thought they could have possibly been a top 5 team in this entire thing. You know, Tubelis, Kerr. I mean, Balo's pretty good. They have Courtney Ramey, you know? He's from St. Louis, Missouri. We've actually played him a couple of times. He came to our local shootout thing where we have a bunch of really good teams from the area come, and he was there. But man, I don't even know how to say this dude's last name. Tosan Evbu. He was good. Evbu Amon. He had 15 points, so he gave them the win. You look at the Wildcats, 22 points for Tubelis. Tubelis still went out there and did his job, shooting 50% from 3. 13 and 12 for Balo, 60% from the field. Guys like that played good, but it's guys like Henderson Jr. and guys like Visar and guys like Larson. Kerr isn't on this team, my bad. It's just Tubelis and Balo. That was really their guys. But you watch this game and you're like, man, these guys do not have offense. They have no offense, you know, and they lost the game, which cost me a Final Four spot. And by the way, half my Final Four is already eliminated, but at least the other half won today. I'm not going to talk about Illinois, Arkansas, because I'm kind of mad at Illinois. The weak-ass motherfuckers of the Big Ten. But looking at Auburn and Iowa disappointed me. A couple of Big Ten teams disappointed me today. Broome and Auburn hold off Iowa by 8 in the NCAA tourney. When it comes to Auburn in the NCAA tournament, the Tigers know how to make an opening statement. These guys are known for winning first-round games, but, the overwhelming consensus was like, hey, Iowa's going to come out and win this game. They have They have Chris Murray. Yeah, that's all they need. They have Chris Murray, you know? But looking at Auburn here, 19 and 12 for Broome. Didn't miss a single 3 and shot 50% from the field. A 10 and 10 stat line for Flanagan. You look at the Hawkeyes, 15 points for Chris Murray. And, we got Rebraca with 14. Well, Sanford had 21. He shot 30% from 3, 50% from the field. Unfortunate, though, as, Ulis and Bowen and Dix and all those guys. Those guys didn't play a lot of minutes. I would just put it on a guy like Ulis who didn't make a single 3, shot 20% overall. Not good. The next good game is Boise State and Northwestern. I'm happy, man. A couple of people, not a lot of people, but a couple of people were trying to say that Boise State was going to win this game. No. You look at Northwestern's track record this year, they are a very good basketball team. And again, I'm a college casual, but I'm going back. I'm looking at some of the games they played and they've won. These guys have beat some good-ass teams. I have a lot of faith in them. I have them beating UCLA. Let's see how that ages, because overall my bracket has not aged well. But, yeah, Northwestern beats Boise State by 8. Boo Buie, interesting name. He was a bucket, a lot of good scoring. School's second appearance ever in the tournament. Northwestern makes it count when they're in the tournament. They've had good runs when they were there. So Northwestern is very good this year, guys. Do not sleep on them in the later rounds. Smith for Boise State, he had 14 points and 11 rebounds. They played solid as a team. Degenhart and Whiting didn't play good, but Northwestern, it's hard to beat a team with 2 20-point scores, especially in college. 22 points for Bowie, 20 points for Adage. He shot 33% from 3. Moving on here to the Tennessee and Louisiana game. What a close one. I am not feeling confident at all. I'm not feeling confident at all with my tournament winner. This is my tournament winner right here. And I learned shortly before the tournament started their point guard was hurt. And I already made my picks by then, so I was like, whatever, we're just going to roll with Tennessee. They won the first game, so that's good. But, man, nice putback jam by Oliver Nikamwa or something like that. Tennessee barely won this game, though. I'm not feeling it. You look at the Raging Cajuns, you had 16 points out of Brown. You had 15 points out of Julian, who shot 50% from 3. 11 points for Dalcourt. You know, it doesn't help that 2 of their starters were scoreless, and they had another scoreless guy off the bench. 3 big players scoreless. Well, they had a couple of scoreless guys, but there were 3 major players that should have scored and didn't. That was kind of their issue. A very scrappy game for the Volunteers. I am not excited for the rest of the run. I mean, Mashik had 11 points, shot 67% from the field, and you got a 12-point game for Key off the bench, who I think has been with the team. Tyree Key, I think, has been with the team for a while. I think I've heard of him before. Not feeling it. I'm not feeling good about Tennessee. At least they're still in it, though. We're not going to talk about the rest of the games. That is going to do it. The rest of the games weren't that good. I'm going to have to settle in, maybe watch some YouTube and go to bed. I have a fucking exam tomorrow. I'm not feeling it at all. It's whatever. We're just going to roll with it. Whatever happens, happens. But tomorrow night, we can talk about some games tomorrow night real quick. Well, I don't really know. You can't really talk about them because you never know what's going to happen in March Madness. Another full slate of games tomorrow, though. I'm not going to be able to watch any games till like 2 o'clock, which I wish I could watch the VCU St. Mary's game because I have them upsetting. I have NC State beating Creighton. Not a lot of people believed in that. Some people actually like Creighton to make it decently far. Some people said Providence would beat Kentucky. I'm not buying that. Some people say FAU will beat Memphis. I think Memphis is really good. So, yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I am out. Noti Bell for more March Madness content every single